Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the Patreon poll winner of the week. Surprise, surprise. Powerwolf with a brand new song, brand new video. 1589. I'm not quite sure what happened in 1589, but I'm sure it's an important date. Something big went down. Maybe
during that year.
Maybe that's the year of the American werewolf in Paris. I don't know. Fuck, what do I know? I'm not well versed in werewolf history.
Technically, 1589, America wasn't even discovered, nor was it a country, you know.
No, so that throws that one out of the window. All right, perfect.
I don't know about discovered. I don't remember the exact date, but definitely not a country. We all know that.
I think the continent people already knew about the Americas by 15. At least the Vikings did.
At least the Vikings
fucking were digging treasures in Oak Island back in the 1200s.
That's very true.
So fuck it, they knew already. So anyhow, Powerwolf 1589. Are you ready for some brand new Powerwolf? All right, let's do this. Apparently it was cold.
Face a court of force divine, filed under torment and fire. Terminate his fate on October 28. Sentence a werewolf of beast. Deep in the night, when they hunted in hatred, circled the wolf in the wild. And they pay lunar light and the shape of the savage. Stump was killed in twilight. 1589, court and file, sacrifice. 1589, in the name of the high and mighty. 1589, torture awaits tonight. 1589, said a murderer was lupine. Women and children devoured. Slayed on full moon nights, left but traces of the bites. One-handed phantom unleashed. Creep through the night in his fever and madness. Hunter and victim alike. 1589, Peter Stump was killed in twilight. 1589, court and file, sacrifice. 1589, in the name of the high and mighty. 1589, torture awaits with those spectators stand in line. Head up, break up this beast. Feast on his cries as the torture is calling. Hear as the screams tear the night. Burning flames over fire, and the crowd they are roaring. Stare as beheaded he lies. 1589, in the night of 1,000 fires. 1589, born a wild, died alive. 1589, by the hand of the crawling briar. 1589, legend beyond your
At least now we know what happened in 1589.
You were right.
I'm seeing a trend over the last couple of that's why I went with that. Long are the ways of resurrection by erection. Now lately, I don't know, I feel like lately they've gone a little bit off the path of Sabaton. But instead of talking about great wars and battles and tanks and whatever, just about great werewolf stories.
I guess, yeah.
They're like the Sabaton of werewolves.
You're right, though, yeah. The American, well, technically not, but yeah, the American werewolf.
So, anyways, I just feel like there's kind of like a...
I feel like they were also making... there was definitely something I thought that was going to happen. I thought he was going to turn into a werewolf, like, while the thing was... Because they what, like, one, that's the biggest mistake you can make. Oh, yeah, let's burn the werewolf. Let's kill the werewolf, but at night.
On a full moon.
On a full moon, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give him a chance.
Just for shits and giggles.
Like,
Just to be sure.
I was totally expecting...
Just to be sure.
I was totally expecting him to, like, just turn into a werewolf, break out of the fucking things, and kill everybody, like...
Yeah, but I didn't see Johnny Depp there, so that was not going to happen.
Yeah, I also felt bad. It's a tragic story in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
because you know he just
all of these stories always have a little bit of tragedy in them.
Yeah,
there are stories about people that suffer with their own inner demons,
and
then other people cannot understand the struggle of those inner demons, and they lash out because sometimes they see their own reflection in those demons. They see a little bit of themselves in others. And because they want to avoid their own inner demons to come to the surface, they try to forsake and banish other people's and their own demons.
It's like those...
it's a little bit like the story of the bully.
It's like those
right?
TikToks where you got, like, socially awkward guys saying, like, you don't want to let the demon out, and then they have a filter where they look like a demon or like a werewolf. Like, the cringiest shit you'll find.
That's pretty cringy.
Yeah. There's this.
There's this. But going back into this new track from Powerwolf, what's your feeling? I'm a little bit kind of pregnant about it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite Powerwolf song. And I think you're right when you said Sabaton, because it's falling into the line of...
Good song, but not like blow me away songs.
Blow me away, and these guys always blow me away.
That's
the
true.
Weird thing is they've always blown me away. Guys, come on, don't move in this direction.
Don't get kind of pregnant. Don't.
You never want to be kind of pregnant.
Bring a little bit of the spice that like they used to have in their songs. I think it's lacking a little bit.
Dancing with the dead.
I think it's missing a little bit of that.
Yeah, man.
I'm not saying like musically the song is not good or vocally,
loud?
Yeah, that was pretty loud. And vocally the song is not. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like this is not a song that blows me away. That I'm like, fuck, man, Powerwolf, way to go, bros. Like this is like. It's a good like if it comes on, I'm not changing it. It's a good Powerwolf song.
Yeah, but it's not like.
But it's not a song that I must put on my playlist immediately.
Yes.
You know? Like,
it's one of those songs. It's one of those songs where, okay, since we talked about Sabaton, I have to say it.
Today I heard "Fields of Verdun." By the way, it popped in on my playlist, and I was like, "Fuck, that's a good song."
Yeah, why don't they do that?
What happened? What happened to those songs? Anyways,
it's one of those.
I digress.
It's one of those things where Sabaton for a while were making good music, and then they made good music. No, they were making great music, then they were making good music, then they made music where I'm not going to turn it off if it comes on, but it's pretty good, but it doesn't have the spice that it used to have, and then they turned into, it's not even worth listening to because it's empty calories. This is before the empty calories.
And I hope they don't take that leap. I hope they don't take that leap.
Guys, please, it's a good song, and I won't turn it off if it comes on, but I won't be putting it on myself. It's one of those. It's a filler song,
dude.
It's like a filler episode.
One of the things outside of the sound and the vocals, because like one of the best vocalists in metal, not only power metal but in metal in general, I really love his tone and his delivery and all of that. And the band is solid. I love their sound. None of that is in question here. But one of the things that when we discovered this band on the channel that I gravitate outside of the great sound and the great vocals, one of the things that I gravitated to this band was a lot of the innuendos within their lyrics. You know what I mean? Like the lyrics to me always had like you could take things like in more than one way. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and I really enjoyed that aspect of their songs. That it seemed like things were a little bit more lighthearted and things were a little bit more fun. Even though some songs were still talking about the topics of werewolves and whatever, but things were done in a more lighthearted way. And the last couple of songs that I heard from them, like I said, has gone a little bit more towards the Sabaton line of thought, which is more like, let's tell this story and then this historical. I don't hate it either, but to me, it doesn't have the same spice. That's all. It just doesn't hit me the same way.
There's no Kiss of the Cobra King.
That song is amazing, dude.
That song is amazing, and then the cover ended up surpassing the song in my opinion.
That song is amazing.
Like that Chris Harms cover of it is so good.
Oh, it's so good. That not a cover, like that remix.
The remix.
Yeah. That was really good.
That shit was so good.
And this song is not bad, but it's not like.
But I can name you like 10 Powerwolf songs better than this.
I actually wasn't believe it or not, I was actually not a big fan of the chorus of this song.
Yeah, because it's also very,
to me it felt
very
like
generic.
It felt like alright, like
it doesn't feel like something Powerwolf would make. Like it's dancing with
feels
the
like
Dead.
this is like a Powerwolf AI song.
Dancing with the Dead. That chorus is so sway. I mean, dancing, but it's so like. You could, when you're singing the chorus, you could imagine dancing with somebody like that type of energy. And that song, that chorus goes into that high pitched thing that I did.
Even Kiss of the Cobra King.
Kiss of the Cobra
when
King.
you hear that chorus, like you transport yourself to the lyrics. Like you're there. Like you're there. You're in the middle of it. You know
drink
what I mean?
your blood.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
The songs.
Army of the Night.
You know, like the Powerwolf songs that I gravitate towards always have these bombastic chorus that are not just bombastic, but lyrically bring you into the song.
And also lyrically not like soft. Like they're not like it's not like we did the thing, then the thing happened. Like no, it's very like they play with you in the chorus. He uses his old English. The rollings, all that shit. He wines and dines you with the chorus.
I agree.
This song.
This was just a story.
This was like a night at Denny's. I want him to bring me to Nobu. I want him to bring me to the high end.
To the keg?
Is that what our big restaurant is? Sure. No, you know what our big restaurant here in Toronto? Harbor 60. Bring me to Harbor 60.
I don't even know what that is.
Bring me Harbor 60.
I'm too cheap for Harbor 60.
Do you know how much a cheeseburger is at Harbor 60?
Yeah. Is those ones made in gold? Or
$60.
Is Salt Bay there putting his...
No. But they have caviar and you can buy it in like...
In cans?
You could buy like a little portion of caviar is like $300.
Funny enough, when I was a kid, my mother made fish, and if there was eggs, I always threw it out. So I was not a big fan of caviar.
You don't like the caviar?
I've never liked fish eggs. So, anyways, I don't find it appealing. But anyhow, the same way I don't find this chorus very appealing either.
Yeah, man, bring me to the fancy restaurant, wine and dine me.
And here, I want to make this clear. Just because I'm not a huge fan of this song, and I have it's because my expectations of the band are much higher.
Really high, yeah.
That is where I'm coming from. As a fan of the band,
I like
my expectations are super high.
And then if I saw these guys live and they played this song, I would still sing along.
I'm actually thinking of going to Montreal because they're doing a small North American tour, and they're not playing Toronto again. They're playing Montreal, so I'm actually contemplating taking a train ride to Montreal to go see the show, and then taking another train to come back home.
It's not a terrible idea.
No, because here we are, year 7 of this channel, and I still haven't seen Powerwolf live. So I feel
this was a band we discovered sitting in our kitchen.
True. Having a resurrection by erection. I think that was that was not the first one.
Army of the night we came to say.
That was the first one. Oh, that's the fucking dude. That chorus is fucking amazing. That chorus is fucking amazing. So what I'm saying is, for me, the bar for this, but my expectations of what I want from them is really high.
So high.
So when you give me a song like this, to me, this is like a little bit of a filler on a record. It doesn't really have that Powerwolf impact.
Like I said, it's a filler episode. It's like when you're watching.
And there's an episode where they go back to kind of give you a little bit of the backstory.
Yeah, but it's not called episodes. Like you go from episode 7 to episode 8. It's actually 7 to 7.5, then 8. 7.5 is the recap.
I always hate those episodes.
I always hate
like
it.
Deep into a season, the episode goes back to give you the backstory, but that backstory doesn't really add anything to the story that you're.
It's not the backstory. It's a recap from a third person perspective on what has happened so far in the season.
No, I'm talking about those ones where episode 8 is the backstory of one of the characters But
the
comes,
guy's already dead.
But no, but it comes out of nowhere. Like, you don't even understand why are we having a backstory of that character, and then it doesn't add anything to the existing story that's already.
I'm talking about how there's. I think even Lucifer did the same shit when I watched that.
There was a few episodes in Lucifer like that.
There was a few episodes per season,
which I always found them like completely useless.
Where it was like, welcome back to Lucifer. This is what you missed, and then the whole episode is him retelling what happened on the first episode of the season to where you are now. Why? I just watched the first episode.
I don't remember
to
that.
Now. The fuck?
That I don't recall, but I know some of those backstory ones.
Some of those backstory ones are in there too.
There was one about when he was in hell. The whole episode was when we know he's the devil. We know he didn't like being in hell. Like that episode added nothing. To the story that.
But those ones are kind of like I'll watch them because they're filler. But I'm talking about the episodes that are like 0.5.
It's like we signed a contract. We have to have 13 episodes. The story only calls for 12. So let's just
let's make one a recap episode or that episode. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about recap episodes where they recap. Like, it will normally be before the end of the season, and they'll recap the whole fucking thing.
I know, those
it's like, might as well skip.
Anyhow, I enjoy the song. It's just that the bar is really high. And like I said, to me, this track kind of falls in line, like Sabaton. Like, they're telling a story about a werewolf, and
this is like a late-night rendezvous.
Like for me, it's like this. If you're going to tell a story like this, if you're gonna tell a story, then maybe embellish a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Like, add a few things. Give the guy a sword.
It's not real. Werewolves aren't real.
Give the guy a sword or something. I don't know. Give him a huge dick and have him swing it around. I don't know. Like, come on.
Do something, yeah.
Do something. And, like...
This is like...
Make it spicier. It's like when you watch one of those movies that says based on real events, and then it's really loosely based on real events because everything else is made up. Because their original story wasn't that much fun to begin with.
Exactly.
Just saying. You could have said even that at the beginning of the video. 1589 based on real events. And then just go completely off the rails. And then put
even smaller text, lightly embellished.
Exactly. Nobody would hold it against you.
No one would read it anyway, so like you'd be fine.
Come on, you'll be fine. And if you want to put it in German, then there you go. Then
I definitely
2/3 of the world wouldn't even know what it says.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
This song would have been 10 times better in German. Actually, I think it would
have
saved.
I think that would have made the song better.
Genericness of the track.
Holy shit,
dude.
Das very gut.
Das is very good.
Das is very good.
I would have went from late night rendezvous at Denny's to
schnell press play
to eating Wiener Schnitzel in my 5-star Stuttgart hotel room.
Oh, that was very specific. Didn't they finish second in the Bundesliga?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. With 73 points. One more point than Bayern Munich.
One more point.
Bayern Munich, 72 points. That's a horrible season.
Gladbach, 34 points, and 33 is like
relegation?
Drop off. Yeah.
All right, so they just made it.
Yeah.
They just made it. All right, on that note, guys, we'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.